Tahra and Andy's film reviews on OurGamers.co.uk.
Hi Andy.
Hello Tahra.
And welcome everyone to a very special film review. We'd like to invite you to be the guest of this. Oh, see what I did there? See what I did there?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess you can kind of tell that the film that we're going to be talking about today. And I will slightly apologise in advance if I get stupidly excited about this film and you can't understand a word I'm saying. I don't know, subtitles.
Same as normal.
Because this is like a big deal for me. Film of a lifetime, that's all I'm going to say. So Beauty and the Beast is the film that we're going to be talking about. It is classified PG. The director is Bill Condon. Now, don't knock it, okay? Because some people were saying because he did the last Twilight films or something like that, that it's like, why would you do that? He actually did an amazing job, so back off, okay?
Yeah.
Starring Emma Watson in this film, Dan Stevens, Luke Evans, and some lovely few surprises as well.
Yes.
Because at the end when it was the credits and you got to see who it was, it was like... Didn't realise.
Recognise one or two voices, but some of them I still didn't guess.
You were like,
and I was
whoa! I know.
That was you, McGregor?
Proper shock. Spoiler alert. Genre, family, fantasy, musical. Yes, indeed.
Oh, it totally is.
I'm getting transported back. Just give me a second. Boop, I'm back. Okay. Running time. Boop me if I need it. Boop. Thank you. Running time, 2 hours and 9 minutes. Did not feel it at all. Could have carried on. That's all I'm going to say. Synopsis. An adaptation of the fairy tale about a monstrous-looking prince and a young woman who fall in love. So there we go.
I'm monstrous-looking.
I am still classed as a young woman, I'd like to think.
Can I just point out that this is probably going to be a very Tahra heavy review by the sound of it.
Yeah.
You've got so much to say.
I'm so passionate. For those of you who don't know, my favourite film of all time growing up was the animated Beauty and the Beast from 1991, wasn't it? 1991, I believe it was.
I believe it was, yes.
I think I was itty bitty bitty when it came out. And
oh my gosh, you were.
I was extremely itty bitty bitty bitty. Like I would just be making sounds. I think like I don't know. I wouldn't be singing along. I'd be that's all I would be saying. It's what I do now. Actually, it's not changed much, has it? And then, as you all may know, then Moana came along, and it actually knocked for the first time in my life Beauty and the Beast off of first place, and I became obsessed with Moana. I was
shocked.
Yeah. And then this film came along, and we'll find out at the end, obviously, you can kind of tell what happened.
Oh, while we're talking about Moana,
yes.
I actually got told by someone the other day that Moana knocks Frozen as their kids' favourite film off.
Yay!
So
it is so good.
Really good.
It is actually so good. I would class it. You've got your Beauty and the Beasts, obviously. Then you got Moana, and then you got Frozen, close behind. Because Frozen is great as well, let's not forget. But yeah, so I thought, let's not get me started on Moana. No. We're talking about Beauty and the Beast. Okay. So, my first few notes, before we even get into the first topic, I was so excited during the adverts and the trailers.
You just read my note.
I just wrote, bring it on! I was getting really impatient.
Couldn't wait.
I couldn't wait, no.
My first note is Tahra's so excited.
I was. I nearly passed out. I was working myself up so much. I was like, I need to remember to breathe because I was getting really excited.
You could
I was flapping.
I was totally aware.
I was flapping
excited.
so much. And then it's like the bit with the classification. And every single time we see a film, I'm like, it's official. You always see me say that. And then as soon as it started, I got so excited yet again, I had to write down, it's actually starting. So I may have been slightly excited for this film. But then it was that thing of like, I'm so excited to see this. I've been avoiding social media to avoid any spoilers. I've literally hidden myself in a hole for the last few days since it came out to, not know anything, not know any spoilers.
I find the hole big enough for me. The beard won't fit him.
So I was... that little tuft instead of grass is just like
sticking out the top.
Someone with a lawnmower. Oh dear. Okay, totally getting sidetracked. This is like just our life in general, isn't it? I just always end up finding silly things. Anyway, and don't say anything. I know what you're going to say. And then, what was I saying? Oh, I didn't want to know anything, but at the same time, because I kind of couldn't help myself but have such high expectations, I really did hope that this film would do a good job. So that was my biggest concern.
on the flip side of that, I didn't have high expectations.
Yeah.
I was just hoping they didn't mess it up.
Oh, I know. Because let's be honest, like the Cinderella remake.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh. So yes, okay. So that was that note, and then we're going to go into topics now for you. So
no, I got another one.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got really excited about that.
The when the logo came up for the Disney.
Oh,
thing,
I've got that in my room.
You were just as excited and actually sort of hit me a few times and was like,
I know,
Andy,
I know.
and then you can go into know that later.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
But there was a reason you got. I just want to say that right at the very start, you were very.
Oh, now you're gonna have to wait till the very end of this review to find out what that's all about. Torture. Okay, costumes is the first one we're going to talk about. I've changed things up a bit because it's like a build up to like the topics that we want to talk about. So
the intro.
Okay. So costumes. I just wrote love. Well, actually, I've got more notes than that, but what have you got?
Yeah, one of my first notes, other than the ones about you, were that the costumes were very beautiful.
I know.
The whole scene, everyone just looks amazing.
I know.
And just to start with.
Every single extra as well. That's a lot of costumes.
I was about to say that, yeah, believable costumes throughout in the town and everything. They've done such a great job with the amount of costumes they've done.
I think the word that would proper summarise this film is just passion. Like, every department, every person that got involved with this film. Like,
I would totally agree with that.
Passion.
Yeah.
It comes across.
You're going to hear me say they've done such a good job about that.
Yeah, to be honest, a lot of these, it's quite repetitive with all these categories because it's just there's so much work.
Should we just
put
rate
into
it now? It's just done.
You wait until my rate. Like, I've not gone crazy, but yeah. Costumes. Okay, so love, intricate, detailed, passionate team. There we go. Hard work, cosplay ideas. Oh yes, and just stunning. Like I was in awe. Like, I was looking at this and I just thought, how many man hours went into making Belle's dress, for instance? Loads. I can tell you that because there's somewhere in the trivia that it said like how long was spent on that. Okay, I think that's all I have for costumes. So obviously the next bit will be about set design, but we're going to quickly see if we can see about the dress because it should be pretty soon.
The word dress doesn't come up when searching for it.
Hours. Put hours.
Nope.
Are you in the right film?
Yep.
You are? No, I've got it here somewhere. I know what I'm talking about. Hold on, I haven't gone to the right thing. Okay.
Oh, wait, I went on trivia. Is it on something else, maybe?
No, it is. It's the dress. Hold on. The dress.
BR dress.
Where's the dress? Here we go. It required 3,000 feet of thread, 12,000 designer hours. You did not spell hours right.
HOURS. No results.
Okay. And 2,160 Swarovski crystals. So there you go.
Wow, no wonder you like it.
Oh, I know, right? I loved it.
Sparkling.
And a bit of gold leaf sort of on it as well. Like, I loved it so much. So yeah, just stunning. But not just her costume. Like, loads of costumes throughout. Even the opening scene, which is a nice little surprise for you guys. So you just go see the film and find out more. But yeah, that's all I've got for costumes. Anything else, Andy?
Nope.
Okie dokie. Set design. Again, going to sound a little bit repetitive because it was amazing.
Yes. The town and the castle was just amazing.
Yeah.
Totally believable.
Yeah. Again, absolutely breathtaking. From the town itself to the Beast's castle. Like, I couldn't get... I know, obviously, some aspects you've got CGI. You've got some sections which are green screen, which they fill in.
Yeah, some of it.
But the town they did actually build, and it went, like, the top bit, like, that went out somewhere, so that was actually real. And then there was, like, a little window on the right-hand side. That was green screened. But everything else, like... And having all those people... And and horses, yay, and chickens.
They've done a really good job with the forest being creepy, and the castle, going into the castle, both externally and various internal shots where it's not completely 100% solid, where that's quite creepy as well. I've done a good job with that.
Oh, definitely. I don't know about that note, but it was so atmospheric. Definitely,
it really was. Yes,
like I couldn't take enough of it in. Like, I just wanted to, normally, because, like, when you have your shots, people think through shots very carefully because they've got the point that you want to be looking at, like, whether it's a character or a part of the shot, in that frame, they want you to be looking at that. I couldn't help myself. There was so much going on with these shots and with how it looked that I wanted to, in that brief moment that you see it, I wanted to kind of take in as much as possible because there was so much deep. Like
you're going to be getting the Blu-ray and pausing
the rooms.
it.
Yeah, I will be because it was so amazing. So again, yes, love.
They were totally believable.
Yeah, absolutely. So many man hours put into that as well. So stunning it again. I was speechless. So detailed. I can only imagine like insane amount of time, work, and clearly passion, as I said, put into that. And this is something, I think this is what really shook me at the end of it as well. When it was all done, walking back out to the car park,
Aww.
and it was, I just wanted to be the film absolutely transported me into that world. I don't think I've ever felt that much of it in any other film. And so it kind of really hit me when it was back to reality, and it was like, I don't want to be here. Like, I just want to go back to that world. Like, it really hit me, and it's never hit me like that before. So again, that just shows like how many films have we seen over the course of how many years, and I've never felt that before. And this is not just because it's my favourite film. Like I said, I had very high expectations, and that completely outdid itself. So I love the world they created, the beauty, the harshness, the magic, and I just wanted to live there and never leave. It was magnifique. C'est très magnifique. So,
you big kid.
I know, right? I know. I just belong there. I really do. I'm living in the wrong era. I'm living in the wrong realm and reality. I need to live in a beautiful fantasy world.
You've got other things to deal with in that fantasy world, so you know.
Oh, but it's more exciting and adventurous. Like, that's what I need in my life. Sorry, I'm just like...
Imagine if you're one of those townsfolk that wasn't very adventurous.
Therapeutic. Oh, yeah.
Would it work out for you?
A little therapeutic session. I'm like, Andy, I just need to be transported into some fantasy realm. Make it work. Make it happen. No, I think that's it. No, that is it for that. Have you got anything else? No. Good. CGI in 3D. Don't have a lot for this because it kind of sums it up, to be honest. Fantastic. What have you got?
Impressive depth for the 3D.
Yeah.
Can't fault the CGI.
Especially with the castles.
Yes.
Like, there's so much 3D there.
Yeah. Can't fault the CGI.
No. Who? Right. Person who complained about CGI, get your eyes checked. Okay? I read somewhere, I'm giving it like a low rate because the CGI was awful. I'm sorry. Did we not see the same film? Like, I don't know what film they saw, but there clearly wasn't the Beauty and the Beast that we saw and that everyone else that I've spoken to has seen.
I'd agree.
Because obviously people that I work with, I've spoken to them as well, and just people in general, because I clearly speak to strangers. Yeah, stranger danger. Hey,
you are the stranger.
Oh yeah, works both ways, and they've all said the same thing. They all loved it. They all want to see it again. So there's one person that complained about the CGI, and it wasn't even a valid point because they said the CGI was really bad and the Beast didn't look great. And it's like, no, the Beast actually looked fantastic.
They couldn't have made him
look more realistic or animated. Like, not animated as in the expressions. Like you know, because what they did initially it was supposed to be prosthetics. And I'm so glad they didn't do that. I actually am, because that's like really old school now. Like, we actually don't do that anymore. So, and I don't want to see that. Like, if you're going to do CGI, then obviously do it really right. So what they did is they had like the long shots of him in the suit and on the stilt thingies. But then they would come back to him later and do the close-up shots of his face with like however they painted it. So obviously they could come back and do the CGI on it. Yeah. So that way they had his expressions and they could do all the little micro expressions. And you could see, and you really can. Like, it's such a fantastic CGI in this film. The Beast alone is just amazing to watch. It's fantastic. So that's why I'm just going to complain about that one person who complained about something that's not even a valid point. So leave. Okay. Yes. And 3D, as we said, was fantastic. And the characters, because it's not just the Beast, but the characters like Lumiere, Cogsworth, and Mrs. Potts, like all the CGI involved. It was all fantastic.
It was.
And it looked so realistic.
Yeah.
All the textures.
I think I've used the word 2 times already. Believable, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've used it. That's the third time I've used it.
Like I said, it's going to be slightly repetitive, but you get the point. Music and soundtrack. Now, I know all of the original score from the 1991 film. I know it like that. I know all the songs, I know all the words, I know how it goes. I'm in love with it. So, obviously, when this one came out, it's slightly changed. Only very, like, some songs are original, some have slight adaptations. There are some new surprises as well, some new songs, which I love. And as soon as, like, all this music came out, I literally wrote, I just need this in my life. I need the soundtrack. I've seen the original film from 1991. I saw the Broadway musical when I was, I want to say like 11 or 12. So I've got that amazing memory as well. My mum took me out to see that in London and I loved it.
Oh, nice.
And I'm so lucky. And then obviously now I got to see this, and every single version of this Beauty and the Beast I've absolutely loved. But this one is amazing. Like, you really have to see this film.
I noted many a time on my notes about a song, how impressive it was and how it was a take on the original, and they've done a really good job with it.
Yeah.
And I've just summarised them all in, noted about each song, all impressive.
Yeah.
Great takes on the originals.
Yeah. Exactly.
Foot was tapping, you know, same as much as with the original soundtrack. It was just spot on. I
think I found myself slightly like lip syncing to it, but then obviously there were changes and it's like, oh, I like it.
Yeah, I may not have been lip syncing it or anything, but
in your head.
Yeah, in my head I was definitely singing along to it and wanting to sort of thing.
You see, you know that saying, did you that whole saying of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. So obviously where they had slight changes with certain songs, with the lyrics and stuff, or even like some musical aspects of it, or harmonies, or the score underneath, like the instruments, because obviously I know it from the 1991 version. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, again, I knew the original so well. I loved them as they were. If you were going to change it, it could be an issue. Yeah. Not at all. Good. I fell in love with this version as well. So both soundtracks need to be in my life.
And they are.
They are indeed. They came today. Ah! Sorry. You know what I'm doing later on? Belting that. Or attempting to belt those songs.
If I hear you from here, I'm going to phone you up and go, is that a cat? Someone talk to
shut up, Andy. I'm not that bad. Yeah, the adaptations, I said that already. The new additions, absolutely perfect. They fit so well. The sound was insane. So not just like the songs, but the score itself, like the instrumental aspects. Oh, goosebumpy indeed.
They've definitely got some passionate people behind that. I use your word.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I definitely got goosebumps regularly. And the sound was insane in IMAX. We went to go see it in IMAX. Well, actually, I've seen it twice. So the first time was in IMAX, and I do intend to see it again. So, yeah.
Because I need to see it a second time.
Yeah, we actually do need to see it again. Yeah, I went and saw it with my mum the second time, and she's a harsh critic. And even she came out and said, I can't fault it. It's actually really good. So, yay. So it's definitely one, I think it's just, even if you can't see it in IMAX, do try and see it in the cinema, because you're never going to be able to replicate that amazing surround sound experience and be enveloped by it unless you live in some sort of, I don't know, crazy mansion and you've got that sort of cinema system. But that experience, like, you just need that in the cinema, because I could never recreate that at home.
No, of course not.
And it's just, it's one of those things. It's so powerful. So both music and shots.
It is mind-blowing.
Indeed. Okay, next section.
Yep.
I think I've gone on about the score enough. I'm just so madly in love with it. Because it's such a big part of it as well.
It is, of course.
Like any Disney film.
It won awards
the soundtrack,
for it, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
The original.
Oh, it's amazing. Music people, well done. Alan Menken, am I right in saying that? I want to say that's his name. Oh, I hope I got it right. Where is he? He is the Music Man. Music Man, where are you? I've lost the Music Man. Oh, Alan Menken. Yeah, I'm right. Woo!
Well, just got to it.
Okay.
Wow, that is a huge cast.
Yeah, I know, right? Ouch.
No wonder it took so long in the cinema to
go. Story, script and shots is the next section. What have you got?
Talking about the story and script side of it here. Yep. The setting at the beginning, the definitive setting of the prince and how it started, how it rolled on. It was so nice to see him correct a few errors in the plot hole sort of things.
Yeah, I've got that here somewhere as well.
Yeah, they've done their research. They watched the original. They may have heard what fans have said about it, or they might have just watched it and realised the plot holes themselves. But they've definitely done their research and definitely corrected a few wrongs. I'm not going to fault the original film.
No. No, still love it. But it was so funny because we decided to watch the original a few days before going to see the remake and the real life adaptation of it. And even as we sat there watching it, we pointed out so many of those issues. And then when we went to see it, and it's like, they rectified that. It was like, hey, Andy, they fixed that bit. They listened to us. They heard us. So yeah, I've got that. Love the adaptations from the original movie, fit perfectly to the live-action remake version. Many questions answered, and many plot holes from the animated movie original have been resolved. Great script, great humour. It's a proper rollercoaster of a journey of emotions. I was a mess at the end of it.
Yes, you were.
In so many ways, like, it was so strange. I've never had that experience in my life. Like,
I got to look at you, and I was like, oh.
I know, he didn't know what to do with me. I didn't know what to do with me.
Want?
I was walking back to my car, and I was like, Andy, I don't... I didn't know what to do with myself.
Are you tired? I didn't know what to do because you were just like.
And then I got home and I was like,
happy, but your eyes looked sad.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's like,
I don't know. I'll get to that because I think I've got that in my randoms, but it's just bizarre.
Going back to story and script, I did love the progress they made with it. I did like the changes they made, the development of the characters a bit differently.
Yeah,
just to explain a bit more of the story, they've done a really good job.
Shots were fantastic, obviously. Smiling like a Muppet for ages, I realised. Probably like in the first major section of the film when it's all joyous and stuff. So I was smiling like an absolute Muppet. Cinematography, tick, epic shots, was absolutely stunning to see and experience overall. Because everything, so far, and obviously as we continue it's going to be the same. So far every category we've talked about has been outstanding. They've done outstandingly. Now think putting all of those categories together, shivers. Like, no wonder the experience was insane. You know, having all of that come at you, the shots, the cinematography, the costumes, the set design, the sound, the colours, the emotions, the performances, like everything. Wow. No wonder I was a state at the end of it. Like, I did not know what to do.
And there had been people coming out crying, apparently.
Yes, yeah. So, I think that's it for that bit.
Yeah, I just want to make. You mentioned shots.
Go for
the
it.
picturesque shots and the scenic shots of the town and the castle were all sort of just stunning. Yeah. They were.
And the transformation section.
Oh yeah.
I could literally watch that on repeat with that score over it, like over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, I really could. So good. Okay, anyway.
I don't know if it's possible to wear out a Blu-ray like that.
I don't know. Well, I can test it. Well, as soon as it comes out. Not that that's pre-ordered or anything.
I think we pre-ordered it before we watched the film. Because you can cancel a pre-order. So.
We actually did. Okay, cast and characters. I think you slightly touched on this already.
I had multiple notes about smiles when the characters. I had like the character name and a bit like. Made me laugh, made me smile. Really liked his character. I couldn't fault a single character.
No.
Really could not fault them. They got podcasting was spot on.
Like, exactly. Like, when you talk about when a film is perfectly cast, this is super perfectly cast. It really is. And I have to say, I was completely skeptical when it was first announced that Emma Watson was going to be Belle. I was like,
You were.
She's not going to be
I
right.
You worried about that.
I was just like, she better. I couldn't see it. I really couldn't. And she shut me up.
Well,
that's what I'm going to say.
Is she stuck in our head as Hermione? Is that the problem?
It can be, but I have seen her in things since then. I just could not see her as Belle. I just couldn't do it. Yeah. I couldn't see who I would cast because it's such a hard role to for someone to take on, and I didn't know who I would want to take it. But after also finding out some of the suggestions of people they wanted to put in there, I am so glad they didn't. I'm really glad it was Emma Watson, and I'm really glad she did amazingly. Outstanding performances across the board. A few surprises of obviously some of the cast members. I absolutely love LeFou's character. He's brilliant. It's Olaf. He's back, and he's just so amazing. Like that. What's his name? I can't remember his name now.
No,
he
I know that one.
Gad. What's his name?
Josh Gad. Yep.
Yeah. You are fantastic. That's all I can say. Ooh, you know what I mean. And it's just like
no one else does.
Love his take on that character. Absolutely love it.
Amazing.
Brilliant comedy. It was so
on.
good. Like, you can have a good script, but if the actor can't perform, you've lost it completely. And he delivered. Like, it was fantastic. Just love the characters and the casting decisions.
Yeah, I recognise the voices, but some I didn't recognise and was shocked to find out the people.
Yeah, I know. That was a proper surprise.
Was quite a nice surprise to see who they had actually cast for everyone.
Yeah.
We've got to mention, of course, Luke Evans for Gaston.
He is so good.
He is good.
He was Gaston.
Yeah,
that was it.
He made the character.
That was made for him. Yeah, he was made for that. It's just a match made in heaven.
And of course, Dan Stevens, the Beast.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
And he did it. Big stilts to fill.
To think, the only other thing I think I've seen him in is Night at the Museum.
Yeah, and I can't even remember that role.
He's got a bit of a silly role in that. He's
King Arthur? Kong Arthur.
Yeah, why not? And I don't think he's the smartest character from memory.
No, it was like really stupid.
Yeah.
Didn't do him justice.
And to see him being the Beast.
Yeah. And he had to both be like the Beast and then, is it Adam? I think the Prince is like, or whatever. And then be like the Prince version as well. Yes. But the before and after Prince version. You got the before Prince, and then you got the Beast. And then you got the after Prince as well. So, yeah, there was a proper journey going on there. And he did very well. And I love. And Emma Watson, just coming back quickly to that, if that's possible.
Yep.
Obviously, we knew she could act. We know she can deliver on that side. You know, she can click her emotions on like that. No problem. Singing side of it, that's obviously new for her. She may not have had the strongest vocals, but she definitely kept up with people. And I was very happy with her performance. So
yeah, I wouldn't complain.
I mean, you could tell it wasn't... I don't know if she was... Because it's new for her. It's unknown territory. It's scary. You know, it is scary. And I think somewhere she said she's not a fan of karaoke. So obviously taking on a singing role...
She's not a fan of karaoke.
I might be wrong. I don't know. I'm sure somewhere it's stated that. But anyway, point being, she did a great job. So, and even my mum. And like I said, my mum is super harsh skeptic. And she was like, no, I'm happy with her. She did a good job. So there you go. And I think that's all I've got.
Well, while we're on cast...
Go for it.
The whole cast.
Yep.
Not just the people in front of the cameras, people behind the cameras.
The voice acting as well from the...
Oh, yeah, no, I mean like the people doing this camera work, the sound work and all that.
Oh, that stuff,
You've got to give them a thank you.
Definitely.
Because they've done such a good job. So hats off to them as well.
Yeah.
The whole team has come together, I think.
It's rare.
I've actually got a random note. The whole team did such a great job. So, yeah, I'll say
because we have a few films. It's not been a lot of films over the last few years, but we've had those few films where we have said... the whole team has come together and it's really, really, really worked. And this is, again, one of those films where it's definitely all come together.
There are some films where you can just see there's a lot of passion, as you say, passion in it.
That's why that's the main word that really comes to mind when I think of this film. Just the amount of passion that's been put into it. And I'm so glad because it was my favourite film and it still is. And this one, is that in my randoms? I think we are moving on to randoms anyway.
Yep.
This, believe it or not, because I still thought, okay, the animated one will be my favourite film, because I'll eventually get over Moana and it will be my favourite film again, she says. Believe it or not, this live-action remake has outdone the original 1991 animated movie. It is actually my number... I know! This is my new favourite film, which is kind of like my old favourite film, because I kind of love the story anyway. But yeah, I'm sure that's somewhere in my randoms. I don't know. Somewhere.
Well, you've said
outdid animated original, which is crazy. And I was hoping they'd do a good job. And they way exceeded any expectations that I had. That is absolutely true.
Saying about they outdone your expectations, whatever. When we saw the trailer or the teaser, before anything, I was worried.
Same.
I was worried they were going to ruin it. As you said, Cinderella. Coming from the trailer, I was like, The
trailer had a bit more hype.
Doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to get my hopes up.
But I wasn't convinced.
You couldn't get get your hopes up.
Yeah.
I didn't get my hopes up. I was just like, I'm going to go see the film.
Yeah.
If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's a shame.
What's so nice? I'm glad that there wasn't much in the trailer.
Yes.
You get so much out of the film.
Oh, yeah.
And thankfully you don't... Yeah, like it's not... You don't lose it in the trailer.
Yeah, I do hate this trailers being a bit too informative.
Yeah.
I'm big...
And
I can't avoid them. I see trailers every week. I can't avoid them.
I hate when it's the case of like you see a trailer and the trailer gets your blood pumping and you're like, whoa. But then when you go see the film, you don't get that feeling. You only get it for those 2 seconds that clip from the trailer comes on, but you don't get that for the film. Not the case here. The trailer was like, is it going to get me excited? And then you see the film and you're like, wow, mind blown. I don't know what to do with myself. So, yeah. Randoms. Okay, the wait is over. We'll go back to the little note that Andy mentioned about the customised section at the start.
Yes, there was from the Disney logo.
They have the castle logo sequence, where obviously it like pans around and comes away from the Disney castle, blah, 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 and you've got the little firework rainbow going over it and stuff, etc. Anyway, they customised it for this film. And I absolutely love when they do that sort of thing because they kind of customised for the Jungle Book where it came into the jungle. Yeah. And here, obviously, they've customised the castle and the town in that little logo sequence.
The one where what's-her-face flies over.
Yeah, and it was just such a great way to get into the film and into the world before kind of really the film started.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good. So good.
That was the part where you got excited and you were like, it started.
I know. And I was whacking you. I'm so sorry. You must have had a bruised arm. I was so excited.
The skin's toughened where you hit it so much. It's almost leather now.
Yeah, I tend to sit on the same side all the time, don't I?
Yes.
More or less, unless I really have to sit on the other side. I just realised that. Anyway. Magical, visually stunning, moving score. Several times I wrote down that I want to go see it again, and one of them was like within 5 minutes of seeing the film.
Yeah, I would have happily seen it again probably straight afterwards. Maybe a quick toilet break, but then I would have been straight back.
I meant like 5 minutes into the film.
Oh.
Like literally 5 minutes into the film, I already want to go see it again. That's how good it was.
It's understandable.
So, yeah.
I'm not going to argue
I like how you like toilet break. No, Andy. Like, as soon as it said it's Beauty and the Beast.
As soon as what's the face come on the screen.
No, it was Gaston. I'm joking. LaFou did it for me. So yeah, anything you've got?
My random notes: Tahra's O face at the end.
Oh gosh,
which
yeah.
you've already commented a little bit on. I couldn't tell if you had been crying, if you were crying, if you were on the verge of crying.
It is his
I didn't
somewhere.
ask,
yeah.
Are you okay? Because I know.
No, don't ever ask me that.
Never ask a woman that was on the verge of crying.
Don't ever.
Because that just makes the verge of
crying. Oh, don't. Yeah, I know.
So your O face at the end of it, I couldn't tell if you were overly happy, overly sad. I think I actually queried, did you enjoy that? Are you happy with that? Yeah.
You must have been so concerned seeing my reaction, because it was, I can only imagine how I looked, because what happened, I was basically an emotional mixture of whatever at the end of the film, and I didn't know what to do with myself, because I felt like I wanted to cry and laugh and smile and do literally everything at the same time, and my body didn't know how to do that. And I'm not pregnant, so I don't know how to do that. So because what it was, because I was so I didn't want to miss a millisecond of this film, I tried to keep it together and write all of my notes, so I didn't let myself cry when I should have cried, and I don't know, I held back. So when it was over, I didn't know what to do with myself.
I sucked that tear back in.
So let it go, let it out, okay? Do not hold back, because you become this weird mess at the end of it who can't deal with reality. A
weird mess.
I got home and I sat on my bed, and I sat there, and I think I rang or texted you and I was like, Andy, I still don't know what to do with myself. So yeah. Anything else?
They made a nice scenes and cast tribute at the end as well. So
I love that bit. That was really nicely done. And in 3D as well. If you go to see it in 3D.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Very few people actually left the cinema before the end of the credits.
Yep.
That was nice to see that people were actually staying there for the music and for the actual visuals, I guess. And as I said before, the whole team did a really good job.
Same. I've got, again, amazing attention to detail across all parts. So every single category, section, whatever you call it. Oh my goodness, never wanted it to end. I really didn't. Horses! Gaston's horse. Can I just say Gaston's horse was like, wow, I want that horse. But then also Philippe Philop. Okay, that became the thing, Philippe, obviously, Belle's horse or whatever. And it became the thing of Philippe Philop. So every time Philippe's name was mentioned in the film, I went over to Andy and I was like, Philop. And it didn't get old. It was quite funny. So if you're going with anyone, just whisper that in their ear. Oh, shut up, Andy. Just whisper it in their ear like it is funny. Okay. As I said, I've seen it twice already, and I will definitely go see it again very soon, because I can't wait until it actually officially comes out. So I need to go see it again. I need it. I need my fix. This remake was done completely right. Unlike Cinderella, I'm sorry, I wasn't a fan. But no, this remake was done completely right. Is it time for the rating?
Yes.
I think it is.
Good day.
Okay, so the rating it's gotten is actually not too bad. It's 7.8. I'm sure it was a 7.9. I tell you what it is, actually.
I think I saw it an 8 a couple of days ago or whatever, so 8 point something.
I'll tell you what it is.
On Friday.
I think it would actually be way higher if it wasn't for certain reviews on there, and one of them being that person who complained about the CGI, which made no sense. Some people, I think, they've literally given it 1 star, 2, 3 stars, and then I thought I'll read it, because I thought I'm a bit curious, and it was really invalid points That's just what I thought. But then, like I said, I've spoken to a few people and we all kind of had the same opinion on it. So I'm a bit confused why these people gave it such a low rate. And then it kind of made me think, well, they're doing that. And then it knocks the overall rate down by quite a lot. So this film would actually have a lot higher rating if it wasn't for those few miserable people who were giving it 1 star for no reason. So don't listen to them. Go enjoy the film. Trust me, you will. You actually will. I'm crazy. I've been recommending it to everyone. So, and I'm like, you need to go see it now. Like, prioritize your life and put this first and go see it. It will change your life.
Can we go and see it again now?
Let's go see it again now. Our score. Okay, you do yours first.
I'm going to have trouble not giving it a 10. So I'll give it a 10.
Woo! Okay, so now we know this is obviously my favourite movie ever. Sorry, Moana, but I'm back to Beauty and the Beast. Always. I've always been like my diehard fan for that anyway. I'm giving it 100. I'm going there. And you can't stop me. You can't change it.
I can't write that on the text, I don't think.
Can you not? Well, then it's a 10. But no, it's 100 really. Just secretly add a 0 to that. Like, it's 10 times 10, exactly. It's 10 times 10. It's uplifting, it's exciting, it's adventurous, it's humorous, it's thrilling, heartbreaking, and overall it's just absolutely beautiful. So do not miss this experience of a lifetime, honestly.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Cool. Awesome. And on that note...
Well, it must be I don't think we're going to be able to find a better film, so...
No.
I quit.
Do you know what? I did say that, didn't I? When we walked out the cinema, I'm like, I'm done as a film reviewer. This film's broken me, and I cannot see anything else. There's nothing that's going to top it. So, yes, it is one of those films. And, yeah, Andy, let's go see it again. And again. And again.
Can't wait.
And again.
Can't wait.
And I do slightly believe this is like the longest review we've ever done.
Yep.
Woohoo! Broke a record.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Andy, for being here. And until next time, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Thanks to Cineworld Festival Leisure Park Basildon for the best experience around.